I did my final run and I passed on my final horse. It's all worth it now. I'm kind of speechless. I'm just so happy right now.
Today we came out and we trimmed a ton of rescue donkeys, absolute ton. We had a fun time wrestling our way into getting some halters on them. Interesting hooves to trim on. I've done a lot of mules, but not donkeys yet. And they're a bit different than horses, yeah. They kind of have like a higher hoof. You know, a horse's hoof kind of smooths out into a nice round shape, whereas donkeys, mules, they kind of have like a long, angular, and tall kind of figure. So it's a little difficult, you know, working on it your first time as opposed to a horse, because there's different things you have to account for. Like in these 7 weeks now, I've learned so much. It was difficult. Those first few days were really tough, physically, mentally. They pushed you real hard. But when you completed that first 2 weeks, you felt very rewarded. Like, it was good. I'm still working up my way to the full confidence, but I am getting there. I'm getting there. I'm here for the full 24 weeks. It's going to be a difficult challenge, but I'm hoping I get ready and I knock it out.
We are in the absolute worst environment for tools that you can imagine, which is a great training ground and a great proving ground for the tools. Tool care kind of ends up giving you longevity of your tools. So your clinchers, the bottom jaw just has to grab a nail, so it's not that big a deal, but the top jaw is where you actually get the work done. So sometimes whenever they're brand new, they're very sharp and they cut clinches. You can just dull them slightly with a piece of metal. I wouldn't do it with a file, but if I wanted to dull them, I have no problem just dragging a piece of metal across them. However, once they finally get dull enough that I'm not getting the action that I want, I can come in here with a triangular file or a jeweler's file, or in this case, I have a very fine half round. And I just very carefully go across those teeth, and you're better off to do this in a vise, by the way, and very carefully just sharpen those teeth up a little bit. And you'd be surprised how little you have to do to get the results you want. But that's how you can maintain this tool and make it give you years and years of good service.
Getting ready to go do a $100 hamburger that I won week 1. Death by fire is what they called it, and we had to make a horseshoe sandwich, and I won that contest. So getting ready to go do that. Pretty excited about it. Haven't flown in probably 15 years, and that was only the first time I've flown. So this is the second, and I hope it goes well.
And we will be flying what we call VFR, which is visual flight rules. And so we'll be looking for other planes and stuff like that. And even if we know where they are, it is unbelievable how hard it is to see another airplane in the sky. It's amazing. They'll say you have a plane 5 miles away, 1,000 feet below you at 3 o'clock. So you know exactly where it is and you can't see it. Wow. This is a 1978, so this number, we call this the Enterprise because the first owner worked for Star Trek, and that is the Enterprise's number, N1701 Echo. And so it's a 6-passenger. We can put 4 in the back and 2 up front. Very comfortable plane. Landing gear looks good, tire looks good. Looks like the tread's fine. Come through and fill your belts. I like to fill my propellers. If there's any big chips or anything that's coming apart on them, it's good to know about it now. Safe estimate of 2 hours of fuel. And the place we're going is an hour away, so that's well within the range of safe flight.
1 lap belt. That's it. Where's my parachute? Is that my parachute?
Yeah, that was awesome. Good job flying.
I actually flew over Kansas.
Yeah, first time flying, yeah.
I'm from Ontario, Canada, and my first impression of Heartland Horseshoeing School, it was a bit overwhelming at first because I thought it would be easier than it was, so it's a lot harder, both mentally and physically, but I was able to get through it the first couple weeks and I'm doing good right now. I got the nickname French Quarter because I always dished my quarters when I was trimming a foot. I would always go down with my nippers at the quarter and not staying flat. So that was hard to get over that habit of constantly doing that. But now I haven't done that lately, and I've been improving my trims a lot. I have about 4 weeks until my first written test, and approximately when we should be starting our midterm horse. I'm a 24-weeker. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of where I should be. I don't think I'm ahead of the game, but I don't think I'm also behind. Yeah, I forage at least 3 hours each evening, and I study for almost an hour each evening so that I can stay on top of my studying and also my foraging at the same time.
Oh, dude, nice shape. Thanks, man. I just went for out.
Yeah.
Tap that bad boy, huh? Oh, that's 20. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a little easier day, just shooting and having a little more fun. Not so much pressure.
Okay, so last time we were here, Munchkin and Mr. Munchkin were working together, and this bad pay horse over here, Kelly crawled under it, and I turned to Mr. Munchkin, I said, hey, you need to get a little woman like that that'll help you shoot these bad ones. And next thing I know, she's holding hands with Munchkin. And then it's also good if you can continue to smoke her in the speed. Good job, Mr. Munchkin. Munchkin, what do you think?
I'm happy for him.
Oh.
No, like if I start trying to like feel the competition, I mess up.
Oh,
and
really?
I get stressed. I have to take it like this is a normal day. And then I go quicker if I take it chill.
All right.
So
We'll be holding flowers and sniffing incense while you tell us about that. Chill.